Hi, welcome back to Mr. Tilley's Mathemagics. In this lesson, we are going on with simple interest. Now, before we can go on with this, we need to know a couple of new formulas, and there's a few new variables that we also need to be able to interpret. So let's start with our two formulas. I equals PIN. This is our formula to calculate the interest. Equals I plus P. And this is our formula for total value. So let's unpack these and start to learn what each one means. Okay, so to start with, this one here, this is the interest that is paid after your loan. This is the total amount of interest that you paid. It's just the extra. This, the P, is the principal. This will be expressed in money. You'll notice when you're reading your problems, it will be an amount. The principal is the amount you borrowed. The I is the interest rate, and it will, in the vast majority of cases, be expressed as it will be expressed as a percentage per annum. And what does per annum mean? It just means per year. So there are a couple of things that your teachers may ask you to do. They may ask you to convert this percentage into a decimal before we move on. They may ask you to really focus on that percent sign on your calculator. Now, hopefully you've got one of these calculators with you. If you do, that's great. If not, you're going to have to find the percent sign somewhere on your device. It will likely be a shift function or a second function. So as we can see here, just above the open brackets is the small percent sign. So you go 8 open brackets, and that's it in the dark stuff. Now you'll notice other dark stuff on this calculator. All of this stuff activates when we press our second function button. So that's going to become really familiar to us very soon, is that percent sign there. Our last variable that we have in this formula is this one here. This is our N, and this is basically our time, and more often than not, it is expressed in years. So from here, pause the video, make sure you get all of these written down, as well as the little arrows that go towards the meanings. All right, so the next one we're actually going to look at is our formula to finish off and figure out how much we're going to be paying back total. And that's what this formula is. It's our total amount formula. So A, this is our total amount. And our total amount is going to be equal to our interest plus our principal. So the I and the P, we reuse them from our original simple interest formula, and we add them together to get our A, total amount. So make sure you have those two formulas written down, and we'll get into an example right now. Okay, here we go. So let's say we have borrowed $2,000, and our bank has given us an interest rate of 6% per annum. And they've said that we need to finish off paying back our loan after 5 years. Our first step, some teachers are going to want you to convert this here to a decimal. that's fine. If you know where the percent sign is on your calculator, then you can use that as well, because your calculator is going to convert that in the background. But let's do that step just in case there are people who know that their teacher is going to want to do that. So 6% as a decimal, we are going to divide this by 100, and we are going to get 0.06. Okay, now our simple interest formula, I equals PIN. Now we're going to start to substitute. I equals 2,000, 0.06, and 5 years. Now, with algebra, by default, in the middle here, if we don't see an operation, every single time we see letters next to each other without an operation, we are going to multiply. And if we multiply 2,000 by 0.06 by 5, we will get the interest that we paid. So what did we get? Well, 2,000 times 0.06 is 120 times 5 is going to give us 600. So the interest that we are going to be paying on that loan is $600. Now, how do we do our total amount? Well, remember, A equals I plus P. So our total amount is going to be 600 because that's our I, plus 2,000 because that's our original principal up here. So our total amount will be 2,600. That is simple interest. If you can recognize where the principal is, the interest rate, and the length of time of the loan in years, then you multiply all three values together, you get your interest. I hope this video helped. As always, if you've got any questions, bring them into class. Your teacher will have something there ready for you to have, some activities there ready for you to go and really cement this knowledge in your mind. Okay, I will see you next time.